Ever wonder how my frog fruit patch turned out? Did it really thrive, bloom, spread like I said it would in the video that I did? Come with me and let's go check it out. It's been a year since I planted 10 quart-sized frog fruit plants in this berm area. This area is not a walkway. This plant doesn't do well in heavy traffic areas. I planted them on this bare area with the hopes that they would fill in and spread. So as you look, did this project turn out? Yes, it's exceeded my expectations from when I first put in those plants, and it looked like they had a lot of ground to cover, but boy, did they take off once they got rooted and growing. It's blooming, blooming, blooming. This plant has formed the mat as it's supposed to. It's hardy. We went through 4 inches of snow covered with ice for a week in December with temperatures in the mid to low 20s, and this plant thrived. In previous video, I outlined how I was going to take care of them. I was going to water them until they got established. It did take about 4 weeks because we didn't have a lot of rain. Then I was going to do intermittent watering and weeding. Well, truthfully, I did some weeding, but because of the location of this plant in the backyard, it was easy to forget about it. I would say sometimes I weeded and many times I didn't. Here's a weed in the middle. Occasionally I would walk around and just pull out a weed here and there. During this year, we've had intermittent rain and then drought, and we've just come off several weeks of high temperatures and no rain. But the pollinators are coming and enjoying this plant. And the skipper butterflies are coming. The springtime and summer was when the common buckeye was flying, and I haven't seen one around in a while, but there's still plenty of pollinators that are busy on this plant, and that looks like a wasp of some kind. Interesting to have all these different kind of pollinators showing up. What I like is that the plant is starting to spread and has filled over the edges of the border. I put some boards down just to hold the soil in place while the plant was getting established. I just say go for it. Come on and spread in with the bahia grass. This is bahia. Just fill in this area, and I will trim the tops one time. I want to leave about 4 inches of the plant. That will help it continue to thrive and to bloom. This plant is great for pollinator gardens, butterfly gardens. You can use it on a walkway or border, but you want to be sure that you have edging in place so that you can contain it, because it will form this dense mat and it spill over the side. Put it in an area where it's easy for you to maintain. You might want to replace some of that turf grass that you have to water and keep fertilizer on and sides and other things. Some people put it in the front yard. They have a defined area between sidewalks and driveway. What they do is once or twice a year, they mow, set your mower 4 to 6 inches. Don't mow it too close. This plant really ticks off all the boxes that I have for a good ground cover. Forms a dense mat. Hardy perennial is a prolific bloomer, does attract pollinators, and is a host plant for 3 species of butterflies. It grows and spreads on its own, very low maintenance, no diseases, pests, easy to maintain. You only need to mow it maybe a couple of times a year. It is easy to transplant. Just cut a little piece that has roots. You can root it in moist soil, share it with a friend, add it to that hanging pot to have it spill down the side. If you've had experience with this plant, let me know how it's going for you. and just enjoy all the pollinators and the butterflies and these great looking blooms that will delight you. I'm glad that I took a chance and planted this last year. We'll have it for years to come. For more gardening tips and information, subscribe. Garden Yay! See you again soon.